2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight we'll see the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the Magic in Orlando. Well, for Orlando, they haven't forgotten the fact that this team swept them last year in the regular season. This is a game they had circled going in. Well, last season was pretty much a lost cause with all the injuries that the Thunder went through. When this team is healthy, however, Kenny, do you feel they should be a top contender in the West?
Oh, when they're healthy, they're one of the best. I mean, the Thunder, with their roster complete, when it's complete and they're healthy, they could contend with anyone. I think they're dominant when their core guys are there. If one or two guys are missing, they play such a vital role that it's difficult for them to sustain any kind of success.
And injuries will be a factor for this team, as it is with every team. But, you know, they've made it to the conference finals over and over and over again. So hopefully they can stay healthy.
And that does it for us. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you a bit later.
The starting lineup for the visiting Oklahoma City Thunder. At shooting guard, Dion Waiters. At center, Steven Adams. At power forward, Serge Ibaka. At the other guard position, Russell Westbrook. At the other forward position, Kevin Durant. The head coach of the visiting team is Billy Donovan. At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 7, Esa Ilyasova. The other forward, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 00, Aaron Gordon. Starting at point, 6 feet 1 inches, number 55, Brandon Jennings. Number 5 guard, 6'4" from Indiana, Victor Oladipo. Center from USC, and Vujovic. Your home team head coach is Scott Skiles. Once again, your Orlando Magic.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. So for the Thunder, their last game, a loss to the Spurs. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone. They didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Hey, zone or no zone, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed. I mean, they never strung together any stops like they needed to.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Westbrook, the point, with Waiters at the 2, and it's Adams in at the 5. Here's Jennings. In the corner, it's Gordon. Cannot hit. And Oklahoma City will go with it the other way. And for Aaron Gordon, so much fanfare entering the 2014 draft, selected 4th overall, which was actually a couple of slots higher, I think, Greg, than many experts thought.
Now, I agree, and, you know, a lot of people obviously liked him, but Orlando clearly loved him and had very high hopes for this young man. And, of course, the injured foot, only 11 games a season ago, and never really got back on track.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Adams, and stolen by Jennings. Oladipo dishes to Vucevic. No one near Jennings as he lets it fly. And again, it's Orlando with the three.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from three-point range.
Outside Westbrook. From deep. The feed to Waiters. Outside Westbrook. Back to Waiters. Another shot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Orlando's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And the basket by Gordon.
The offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Adams with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Westbrook drives in. Durant for 3. And the officials call a traveling violation. And Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Russell Westbrook, number 1.
Well, anytime you can be the player that leads the league in scoring, or you're the top scorer, that's a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of.
Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And the Magic struggled last season, still waiting on one of their young stars to just take that next step.
Now here's Waiters. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Magic leading by 5. Toward the end of the year, the Magic saw leaps from Oladipo and from Elfrid Payton.
Yeah, I like those two, but it's hard to compete in the NBA without a top 20 scorer. They've had a cold start so far, just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
Jennings kicks to Ilyasova. Feeds it to Vucevic. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Now here's Durant. He's coming off a 13-point game against San Antonio. Jennings passes to Vucevic. Here's Ilyasova, and again it's Orlando converting.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Well, let's take a look at where Orlando ended up, Kevin, rank-wise in the league last year. 12th in steals, 12th. Points off turnover. And they were in the top half of the league in field goal percentage as a team. And part of that was due to the fact that they were a little inconsistent offensively.
Deep 2 from Jennings. Here's Vucevic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now we go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Scott Skiles. Doris?
He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X factor for them. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
Now, here's Oladipo. Following the shot by Kevin Durant. Oladipo dishes to Vucevic. And Ilyasova kicks to Oladipo. They get it back. Here's Vucevic. Soft touch off the glass. Vucevic has got his second bucket of the night.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And as good as Vucevic is on offense, guys, he's doing everything he can to catch up on his defense. Huge size and wingspan works to his advantage, although the subpar athleticism hinders him a bit. But, for example, he's averaged less than 1 block per game for his career, mostly because even though he's a 7-footer, he plays well below the rim.
Payton drives in and stolen by Payne. There's Foy with the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And to Vucevic's point, big problem throughout his career has been getting into foul trouble.
Yeah, it's tough. He's aggressive and sometimes out of position. Coaches are asking him to be aggressive, but he has to learn how to do that without fouling. That's the next step in his progression. And some of it is anticipation, so you're not in position to foul.
Morrow, the pass to Foy. Outside Collison. Down low, goes up with it, and there's another one for the Thunder.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Washington Wizards.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when a team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
And that does it for the first quarter. Magic out in front, up by 4.
Fans, get ready for your Magic Dancer.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what do you guys think about the Magic here so far in this one?
Anytime you can get to the rim consistently early in the game, it allows you to get into a good rhythm offensively.
It really does. I mean, it's a lot easier to get buckets inside. That's elementary, and they've done that through one.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton is out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Andrew Nicholson, and it's Smith, and it's Hezonja in at the 3.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So for the Magic, Vucevic, he's checked in for Jason Smith. Aaron Gordon comes in for Hezonja, and it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Nick Collison. Here's Fournier. He feeds it to Nicholson. Pass to Fournier. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fournier's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Magic. Thunder trailing by 6. Westbrook kicks to Foy. Canner, high post. Foy with it. Back to Canner. Deep two from Singler, and the officials call a traveling violation.
And with the moment, let's check out the stats for Vucevic. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in rebounding, 9th in field goal percentage, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And he was a top 10 rebounder for good reason. I mean, he's incredibly intense, and he goes hard for the full 48 minutes. You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoff.
Over in the corner, Foy. Singler for 3. They grab their own miss. Orlando leading by 8. On up the court. Fournier's shot is off. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Ibaka dishes to Foy. Back to Ibaka. Oklahoma City moving the ball around, and he gets the buckets. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And guys, Serge Ibaka's production was just a little off last season. We're not talking big number changes. We're talking small dips in a number of categories.
Well, one category where he did really fall off, though, Kevin, was field goal percentage. A career 53% shooter, he dropped down to 47.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Magic. Oladipo comes in for Evan Fournier. Durant's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Randy Foy. Durant up top, he's covered by Watson. Durant, the pass to Ibaka. The 3. Oklahoma City gets it back. Durant kicks to Waiters. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. The second chance effort, and Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
And getting back to Ibaka, everything changed for him the minute Kevin Durant was lost last season. I mean, defenses could focus on him, and he was the Thunder's only front court scoring threat. And as much as he's improved on offense, he still has neither the flexibility nor skill set to be a guy that can be considered a first or second option offensively.
The Magic shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Definitely an area where they can improve. Only 73% as a team from the line last year.
And that just has to improve, guys. I mean, the free throw shooting is something that has to get better. You're immediately putting yourself at a disadvantage when you shoot that poorly from the line.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
You know, talking about Ibaka, last season was good for his growth. I mean, he got a taste of what it's like to be the first or second scoring option rather than an afterthought. Now it's up to him to take that experience and convert it into improvement.
Durant with it. Now defended by Oladipo. With his first shot attempt, Ibaka, no luck.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Watson. Waiters grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 4. Outside Westbrook. Durant in the corner. Takes a 3. Good. Durant's got 7 points here in this quarter.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
It's stolen by Adams. To the paint and pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Watson for 3. Can't get it to go. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
And guys, these teams don't see each other too often, but last year they would have liked to see a little bit more of them, the way they were able to take care of their business.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. I mean, anytime you have an advantage on the team, you're looking to pile up wins, you like to have them on your schedule more times than just a couple.
And it was great to watch C.J. Miles last season. Finally, Clark got some significant playing time.
Yeah, and took advantage of it. With the Pacers having Paul George on the sidelines due to injury until late in the season, they got a nice lift and contribution from C.J. Miles.
Outside Durant. Fires from deep. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game. Watson, the pass to Hazania. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. Number 1, the Thunder.
Boy, last season they were phenomenal on the glass. I mean, everybody took pride in rebounding the basketball on both ends of the floor. Not just defensively, they got to that offensive glass as well. A terrific offensive rebounding team.
Now here's Payne, covered by Payton. 54 seconds left here in the second. Shot off the screen, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Ilyasova's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And watching C.J. Watson last year, he showed he could take his game up a notch. Beat his career average in terms of shooting percentages across the board. Career high in rebounding, second best assist average as well. Unfortunate how he got the opportunity to play, but great that he took advantage of it.
Shot clock at 5. Durant wide open. He fires. Releases from the wing and drills it. Durant's got the lead up to 1 now for the Thunder. And here is Payton. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. The dish to Durant. Here's Moore, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Thunder out in front as they end the second quarter with a 13-4 run. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, there was a point where you seemed to kick it into high gear. What changed as this first half progressed?
Well, we stayed with our defense, and I think we were a little lazy at the end of that first quarter. We just came out and made them shoot tough shots, rebound the basketball, and get out and get some easy points.
Kevin, thank you so much. Guys, back to you.
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. Some great work in the second quarter as they fought hard and were able to make up the difference and then some, now leading by 1. Kenny, let's get your take on Oklahoma City.
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for higher quality looks. And the shooters need to go out and execute. Man, come on.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
Check out the game for Durant. He's got 11 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Here's Oladipo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. On the perimeter, it's Waiters and Durant. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. And it's Westbrook in at the 1 spot.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
And Orlando has possession. They trail by 1. It's stolen by Ibaka. To the middle. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Westbrook. And it's 13 points for Kevin Durant. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Oladipo misses.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Ilyasova against Durant. Waiters dishes to Ibaka. Shot clock at 6. Back to Waiters. Got a piece of it. Now Ilyasova. 5 points in the game. And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic. The second chance effort. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Ibaka. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Shots good by Waiters.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Andrew Nicholson, he's checked in for Ilyasova. Cantor, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Dishes to Vucevic. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cantor's got his third rebound tonight. You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
Here's Westbrook. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Fournier's checked in for Orlando. And then for Oklahoma City. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Foy in for Waiters.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
Jennings kicks to Oladipo. And that's an air ball. Not even close. Foy, the pass to Ibaka. Fires the three. And it's Russell Westbrook with the three. Westbrook's got 8 points in the quarter. Greg, on the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, it's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
It's stolen by Foy. And another fast break chance here for the Thunder. Here we go. Ibaka, no luck.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Here's Fournier. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
Boy, they just cannot take the lid off.
Well, they need a basket in the worst possible way. And you've got to stop this run, and the only way you do that, you got to score yourself.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
At the line for two.
Boy, and for Randy Foye, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Vucevic. Hezonja comes in for Oladipo. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Brandon Jennings. Payne is checked in for Russell Westbrook. On offense, here are the Thunder. They've gone on a 13-0 run. Talking about Randy Foye last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78 the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Well, where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
And there's the 3-second violation.
All right, a chance to look at numbers for Payton. How he did last season. Averaged about 9 points a game last year. 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for Orlando. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Payton drives in, and a miss there off the inbound. And here are the Thunder now. They've gone on a 13-0 run.
Well, I tell you what, guys, last season the Thunder were fantastic on the glass. I mean, they started out as a great rebounding team and got even better after their trades.
58 seconds left to play here in the third. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And Foy kicks to Cantor. Payne takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
No good from Payton.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
And here's Morrow outside, and the Thunder another three.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Payton drives in, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Randy Foye is on the way. Pass to Morrow, the 3, and it's good. Morrow's got 8.
And they seem to have gotten something out of almost every possession. Their defense has been just as good, just a tremendous performance all the way around.
Yeah, and they're doing it in hostile territory, too. I mean, don't forget about that part of it, which makes it even more impressive.
We're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Oklahoma City's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Jason Smith is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. Then there's Oladipo, and it's Napier in at the point. That's who's out there for Orlando. 6 on the shot clock. Morrow dishes to Singler. Payne kicks to Singler. Shoots from 12. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Singler's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Thunder. Screen by Smith. Napier passes to Smith. The Thunder pull it in.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the boards.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
They get it back. Oklahoma City dictating the flow. McGarry kicks to Singler. From deep. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
The layup off target. The Thunder have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Singler for 3. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And really, he's got to stick more to what works for him. The three-pointer is not a part of his arsenal.
Oladipo with the ball. Picked up by Collison. Oladipo goes in. Can't hit from in close. Oklahoma City has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Payne's shot is good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but also the body movement off the ball that's created a lot of those opportunities.
And it's Napier missing.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And the pass to Payne, to the paint. Collison dishes to Payne. And here we go with the Magic fast break. Here's Napier, and it's blocked.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Collison, the pass to Payne. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Morrow. And the shot falls short this time.
Well, I like his determination and his attitude and aggressiveness, but... Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a rim wrecker.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. And it's Napier missing.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter, and that's an understatement.
Beyond the arc. And Oladipo pulls it down. Oladipo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Passes it to Hazania. The tray. No good. And the Thunder going the other way now.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Payne kicks to Morrow. Lets it go from deep. And Napier pulls it down. And it's the Magic with the ball. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
To the inside, and stolen by Napier. Oladipo, the pass to Hazanya. 1:35 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Napier missing.
I'll tell you what, the way he's been going this quarter, guys, they're going to need somebody else to pick up the slack.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Thunder.
But, Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And I like what they've done here. Made the plays they had to. That's why they'll be going up 1-0 in their season series against the Magic.
No surprise here. Just a big-time performance for Russell Westbrook. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Kicks it to Payne. To the inside, McGarry. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And the fans already heading for the exits, clearly not pleased with the way things turned out today.
Well, Greg, this was a well-deserved win. I mean, they came into this building and acted like it was their home turf. I mean, they were the ones calling the shots and controlling everything.
A nice shot by Collison.
This is a serious game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
He dishes it to Payne. Collison kicks to Morrow. And it comes off the front of the rim. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And now the award-winning Ernie Johnson will take it from here. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Postgame Show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan player of the game, Russell Westbrook.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
Overall, just a rock-solid outing for him. It's hard to point to any one area of the game because he was so good on both ends of the floor. He was dialed in defensively, and that helped carry the intensity on offense.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away. got a lot of money.